What's up everybody, it is Colin here, and in this video I would like to talk about pin submit sweepstakes versus the single opt-in sweepstakes. So in the sweepstake world, my favorite vertical, which we promote heavily on Facebook and Instagram, the main thing I see when we have to level up is that we look for higher payout products. So higher payout with the pin submits versus a single opt-in. So the single opt-in sweepstakes go anywhere from $1 to $5 usually, and the pin submits go from like $4 in some countries all the way up to $25. So the big difference, right? With the single opt-in sweepstakes, all the consumer has to do is leave their contact details, so that's name, email, phone number, etc., and they enter a free giveaway, right? So it's completely free, no charges, the information is being sold, and then the call centers will call them with different offers, and that's how the traffic is being monetized. The advertiser every year will pick one winner who's going to receive the prize. Then on the other hand, we have the pin submit sweepstakes. So with the pin submit sweepstakes, there's a mobile content commitment. So this is point 2, mobile content. People will enter a subscription-based mobile service where they pay X amount every week to enter the sweepstakes. So apart from entering the sweepstakes, they usually get like ringtones, games, emoticon packages, all this kind of crap. It's pretty old school, but it still works really well. So with the pin submit sweeps, what you have is different flows. So that's 3 different types of flows. You can have where you send a text message, where you type in your phone number, you receive a text, and then you have to text back. So that's one. Where you have to send the text message yourself to the number shown on the screen. That's number 2. You have to receive a text message and just click a link. And there's like 3 to 5, maybe even 6 different flows like this, depending on the country rules, right? Some countries even have a one-click where it just says, do you agree on your phone? They hit yes, and they subscribed. So it's like 1-click, 2-click, pin flow, MO flow, all kinds of different flows, and the specifications you can find on the YouTube channel where I have a video talking about dedicated pin flows. The main idea is that you have high versus low payout, right? So the single opt-ins, they pay $2, let's say. This pin flow pays $12. Why would you choose one or the other, and which one is better? Well, the question is really which gives you the highest earnings per click, because you can imagine that on a free product the conversion rate is significantly higher, and on a pin submit, which has to have financial commitment, the conversion rate is significantly lower. If people have to receive a text, they have to text back. Most people are smart enough to know this is some kind of subscription-based service, and you're not really there to trick them into it anyway. They either want it or they don't want it. It's still a sweepstakes, so there's no guarantee they will win. However, they do receive the compensation for the subscription in form of some kind of delivery of content, right? Then the single opt-in sweeps, they are relatively high conversion rates, usually like 5 to 20%, and the pin submit usually like 1 to 5%. 5% being relatively high, right? And then all you have to do, because you cannot really compare the payout, right? All you have to do is you have to compare the earnings per click. So you send the traffic, usually I send the same kind of traffic to this, and then we see what converts better. And that's why I go to double your business. What I like to do with these kinds of products, and it requires a specific setup, of course, but I like to send the same kind of traffic to the single opt-in and the pin at the exact same time. Then I look which product has the highest earnings per click, and I choose that specific offer for this ad. This way it allows me to look for the lowest cost per click on the front end and the highest earnings per click on the back end. Obviously, you always have the situation where these are sweepstakes, the person is not guaranteed to win, and the providers, the laws are changing. So with the pin submit, sometimes you have, so with all the phones, you have carriers, right? So you have like Vodafone, in different countries you have different things. But Vodafone is a very big one, so let's take that one as an example. The carriers in some countries, not all carriers are supported. So not all carriers allow the mobile billing anymore. This used to be crazy big, like 6-7 years ago, like Crazy Frog, the emoticon packages, Ringtone King, It used to be on TV, it used to be huge. Then the company started to recognize that, of course, these memberships, these recurred billing programs, it says enter for a sweep, then you get recurred billing, it's kind of shady. Or is it? Do consumers just have to read? It's like always trying to find the balance of compliance, basically. So a lot of mobile carriers, they do not support this anymore. However, when you look into networks like Yep, Adfidi, Gotcha, they have tons of these pin submit offers still available in specific countries. And what I like to do is I like to go to tier 2 geos. So usually Eastern Europe works really well for us, where we run very low cost per click. We run single opt-in sweeps, or we just run only pin submits. And there all carriers are available. The annoying thing is with Facebook is you cannot easily target carrier specific. So let's say I want to run a campaign in the United Kingdom and only for Vodafone. That would work way better on push or pop traffic, because there I can just select the carrier people have. So the odds of getting the conversion is a lot better. What will happen is they're not going to give you any payouts if they are not billable because it's not the right carrier, right? So Facebook and Instagram do not have these targeting options. If you are on a traffic network that does have these options, then it would make a lot more sense. Moving into the tier 2, tier 3 geos, usually there's a wide variety of these carriers available, which gives you a lot more options. So what I like to do is I like to make a split test, a specific flow, and I go into detail in this in the December mastermind. So in December and January we're doing another mastermind. If you want more information about this, how to work with the pin submits, how to work with the single opt-in sweeps, there's a link in the description below. You can check it out. You still have time to sign up. There's a full page with all the information it includes, so that's pretty cool. And when it comes down to the sweeps, it's usually like this: single opt-in, double opt-in, pin, and then credit card submits is the highest flow. The higher you go, the more unethical it becomes, kind of, arguably, but also more money you make. So the higher you go, the less the traffic networks like it, because it becomes a little bit more shady, but also the higher ROI. So usually with pin submits, you can expect a higher EPC than with single opt-in sweeps. However, I always recommend you to split test it to make sure that everything, the data will tell you, right? So usually the data will tell you, but not always. And obviously it depends on how you present it. If you would present it in a regular fashion, it's weird that if you say like loading, submit your details, and then it asks you for a phone number, that's obviously kind of weird. So that's where the single opt-in doesn't match with the pin submit sweep, and you have to make some adjustments. But I hope you have now a better understanding of how you can use this, what you need to look out for, and I'll be sure to be back with another comparison. If you have any questions about this, feel free to leave them down in the comments below and I will have a look. Link for the December mastermind, first link in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.